Hello everyone, Namaste, welcome to Astral Luck. So today's pick a card reading is how do you manage your ego? If you have watched the message for the day, it might be quite obvious to you why I'm doing this reading. But if not, I just wanted to do this reading for myself because I sometimes I definitely see that how I struggle to manage with my ego, how I struggle to manage with my failures. So, if you are inspired, please watch today's message of the day. Uh, you might have very interesting perspective because the cards are from Bhagavad Gita, inspired from Bhagavad Gita. So the messages are very uh, applicable to anyone and everyone anytime in their life. So I don't think that it is just a message for today, but it is applicable to you. There were three messages that came out, and all three were quite good. So they are quite good lessons for life. So it's inspired from there. So we have pile one, pile two. I'm not using any of these cards. Uh, and then pile 3 and pile 4. It's just for you to identify uh, one pile. So we'll start with pile 1. So if you have chosen pile 1, uh, first we'll see how do you handle your ego, and whatever the angels show us here, we will try to elaborate that from tarot. So how do you handle your ego? How do you handle your ego? I somehow, even before I pick the cards for you, pile 1, I'm getting a message that uh, I think this is also distracting me, but the spirits are already speaking to me. I'm getting a message that you tend to overreact a lot because of your fear. It's almost like a ambulance sound is, or the firefighter vehicle sound is always running behind you as a trigger. And I don't know if you can relate to it. Each time you sense something like that, like uh, hear that kind of sound, or you anticipate that now everything will be on fire in my life, figuratively, not literal fire, but or maybe I'm going to get hospitalized, or maybe things are becoming so grave that I might as well die. And that fear is something that is actually killing you and giving you all those ego, that how can this happen to me? If you see everyone in around you, everyone had failures, everyone had a lot of things that they don't cherish and they don't want to remember, but everyone has gone through something like that. Only thing is that we all like to show the best thing to others and we don't want to show the bad things. You don't have to show the bad things to others, but you need to realize that others also have bad things in their life, and so do you. You are not an exception, and accept it without any fear and move on and don't worry. The cards say that you are ready to move on, and you don't have to worry about uh, what is right, what is wrong, how things happen to you, and why things happen to you. The cards are telling that don't worry about such things. You are ready to move on and take the next step. maybe next step will have a new lesson for you. Maybe when you reached where you are, it was not a pleasant experience, but you don't know what's in store for you tomorrow. And tomorrow you have to take that next step, and you feel that you are really not ready, and you want to show that anger towards others. But no, you are ready right now, and you have to take that next step. That's what the cards are telling. Let's see what the tarot is telling us here. Okay. You cannot lose excitement because of fear of losing your foundation. What I see here is that there is a very strong sense of fear uh, of losing your foundation, financial security, your mental security, your emotional security, how others will react towards you. And that's why you don't even want to display your excitement right now to others. And that's the biggest disservice that you are doing to yourself. And that's where the ego kicks in and tries to fill that empty space, because you are not happy and there is a vacuum that is getting created. And that's where it's happening, that the ego is coming and filling it that space by giving you an altered sense of happiness. And this card wants to come out, and uh, it gives you a kind of false sense of movement, that you feel that okay, I'm moving forward. And that's where you are incorrect. You might feel that you're moving forward, but you are actually standing still. You are exactly at the same place. And then that when the reality hits you and you feel depressed. So don't worry and show your excitement to others, and start to take new steps and move forward. The stability will be there. If it's gone temporarily, it will always come back. That's the rule of life. Things go and come back. If you stand still, then there would be anger, and then there would be ego, and there would be a lot of things. If you keep moving forward, you will meet new people and you will feel more humble. Okay. So if you keep moving forward, suddenly you will feel that you are burning all the karma, because you are meeting new people and you are moving forward in your journey, burning all your negative karma. You're giving away all the things that you were supposed to give away. You are taking all the gifts that you were supposed to take from someone, and suddenly you'll see that things are moving forward in life. You are not stuck anymore. So this is the final card that I'm picking here, is that the decision is your, whether you want to stand still or keep moving forward and keep getting all the lessons and gifts. And suddenly, once you have finished all your karma, then there is a whole lot of free will waiting for you. So it's that lack of confidence that you are not ready to move forward. You need to work on that, and then the ego will vanish. So that's your reading, pile one. I hope it made some sense to you. So while I'm putting the cards randomly back in the deck, I wanted to ask you, what is your biggest fear in life? Because I feel that there is a sense of fear. That's why you're not able to move forward. If you would like to share that in the comment section, it might give me ideas to do more, pick a card to actually resolve a lot of issues, because I don't want to just do random picker cards. Like I got motivated to do this one today. So let me know. Hi, pile 2, this is your reading. So what I'm doing here is that trying to find answer from the angel card. Uh, why you have a ego problem and what is the solution of it, and then we'll try to elaborate more using the tarot cards. So I'm trying to find the source of ego. Okay, this is the card that wants to come out. Compromise. You don't like to compromise. You don't want others to win. You just want that you should win. Your agenda should get priority. It may not be very obvious. You would say that Astral Luck, I don't even do like that. I don't behave like that. I don't do something like that. But in your subconscious mind, you might be doing that. You may not be aware of it. Unknowingly, you might say something, and that's where the problem would arise. And uh, sometimes you need to allow others to win. If you don't allow others to win, then it gets like a struggle for you, and your ego is constantly on uh, hard work. So there's no more card coming here. There's no other issue that you need to work on. You just need to allow others to work their way. You cannot force them to follow your style, your agenda, or it's not all about you, it's also about them. You need to move on from certain uh, I'm I'm sensing there is some kind of childhood or some kind of issue that you had in your as a child, or somewhere around the growing up age, somewhere some kind of rejection, some kind of judgment on you which was forced upon you, and from then you were like, I would just keep following things to the uh, perfection of my capability without caring about others, and I just want things to move in the way I want it. I don't care about how others feel because nobody cared for me. It maybe it's your parents, maybe it's your siblings, or maybe it's your friends, but the truth is that they were trying to give you a certain kind of karmic lesson which was meant for you, and you don't have to repeat the same thing with others. You will get inspired to do something different if you come out of your past and allow others to show their light. They might influence you. This time, new people might influence you in a very different way, and you will actually come out of your unhappiness, because somewhere down the line, it's a constant fight to keep maintaining a kind of behavior, to keep getting what you want, and you are controlling a lot of things. You're controlling a narrative for yourself by controlling others or manipulating others, sometimes even harming others. Uh, I'm not going to tell you what you are doing because there are a lot of people watching this. Everyone has a different style of handling things, so it's more like you, for some reason, are writing a fresh new karma for yourself because people behaved it's not the person, it's the circumstances that made this person behave in that way. It's as far as you are concerned, the other person, whoever behaved in a certain way with you, it's okay if they remember you in a bad way. They will turn around at the right time. You don't have to go and prove things to them. But if you continue to sabotage others and try to control others, you are writing a fresh new karma for yourself where things will exactly work out in a very different way after some time, when you will have enough of that kind of karma, like sabotaging others' path. Then you will start seeing things in a different way and things will come back. So it's the whole message for you here is that allow others to function the way they want to. It will pleasantly surprise you. I'm, I'm going to leave it here because it's going on a very dark path and I don't want to say that so rudely. I feel that I've spoken very rudely in between, but uh, that's my job to tell you the thing in the way it comes around. I'm trying to, I don't try to sugarcoat things because that's not my job. So that's your reading pile too. I'm sorry if I have been little harsh in communicating the message because that's how it got communicated to me and it was told to communicate in that way. So pile 3, let's start your reading. What I'm doing here is that I'm trying to ask the angels for an answer. Why is your ego so active? Where is the problem? This card exactly came for pile 2. You might as well watch pile 2. I was a bit harsh, at least I felt I was a bit harsh for them. But then let's see if we have another message for you. Okay. For you, actually, the ego. No, okay, it's you saw me shuffling, and the cards, these two cards actually jumped out. They turned around, and this card came from second pile also. So you definitely have to watch pile 2 if you haven't. But for you, situation is very different. Somebody has forced you into a compromise, and your ego is hurt, and you want to come out and fight out, but then you are actually collecting all the negative things and it's becoming poison within your own self, and you will have to deal with that poison in a very bad way, either with a bad health issue for yourself later or bursting out in a very bad way in front of others, which would harm your reputation and also harm someone else. It might also be physical harm for someone else. I'm not trying to scare you right now, but I'm just trying to tell you that if you are suppressing your ego and if you are allowing someone to manipulate you and you're not doing anything about it, then there is a problem. Don't stop. Go and fight for your self respect if you believe that is right for you. But if you are doubtful that, okay, it looks like they are trying to manipulate me, but I'm not very sure about it, then keep quiet. You need some kind of understanding of your situation. Take your time to understand your situation and then react to them. But if you are pretty sure that somebody has been suppressing you and manipulating you and putting you down all the time and not supporting you when you expected their support, and they were supposed to, their only job was to support you and they did not support you, then it's time for you to act and react and claim your space. So let's see what the tarot cards have to say. Spiritual strength. So, the cards are telling that there's a whole lot of message about this card itself. The spirit is telling me that you somewhere down the line are not doing enough on your path to spiritually inspire yourself. There is a lot of spiritual energy around you. There are a lot of guardian angels or gods or goddesses, whoever you believe in, to support you. But then you're not asking for it, or you are just complaining them that, okay, this is not happening with me, this is not happening with me, and this person is blocking me, this person has not been doing anything good for me. But then uh, or you as I don't know, this is a common practice in a lot of Indian family households. uh, at least in my family, I know someone who used to do this a lot. That, okay, they say mannat. It's like mannat. I'll do this for the god. I'll chant this mantra for a certain god for so many times. In exchange, please give me this success. You're trying to do that instead of just becoming friendly to that energy, that power, and treat that power as your mother or father or your sibling, and ask them for help and support the way you would have asked for your from someone, somebody that whom you loved. It would work much more better. It will give you more spiritual enhancement. That's what the card is telling here. So don't become very mechanical, or don't become a complaint box. Okay, what the cards are telling here is that you need to spend time in your isolation, open up some kind of book which is talking about a spiritual guru, or talking about some kind of mythological stories, whatever you relate to, something which is of divine spiritual value. Like, I personally like to read a lot of books which have mythological stories from Vedas or Puranas or Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita itself is not a story book or stories, but yeah, Bhagavatam, where Bhagavad Gita is part of uh, Bhagavatam. There are multiple Gitas in Bhagavatam, if you want to know. But yeah, like there's a Kapila Gita, there is there are some more. I don't remember the name on top of my head right now. But you need to pick one of them, whatever inspires you. It can be anything from any religious background. I have Indian or mostly Hindu examples on top of my head, because I come from that kind of culture and that kind of upbringing. But it might be different for you. And who cares about uh, the religious things, as long as they are making you spiritually enlightened? So I don't care about that, as long as you are spiritually enlightened. And what the card is telling here is that you need to uh, pick up a book, and that book will speak to you in multiple ways, and it will give you solutions how to handle your ego, or how to protect yourself from others' ego. I think that you are more of a victim of others' ego, and you yourself are doing fine. And somewhere down the line, because you have been handling others' ego so much, you might have a mental breakdown. Okay, I don't think more cards want to come out in your case. The spirit says that this is a big thing that you need to work upon your spiritual energy right now. The key here is, one, to read that book, and second is to treat angels, god, or goddess like your mother, like your father, or like a loved one who would be comfortable to interact with you, like family. So maybe sister, maybe brother, maybe very good close friend. Treat them like that. You don't have to treat them like, put them on pedestal and command them or just cry in front of them. They don't want that. They want to be treated like in a very loved way. That's what they are telling. So that's your reading, pile 3. Hi, pile 4. If this is your, if you have booked or picked this Moonology deck, then let's start your reading. So, what I'm going to do is I'm asking the cards first, the angel cards, to guide me. What is the source of your ego and where the things are coming from, where the issues are coming from, and then we'll use the tarot cards to find out the answer for that. Wow. Okay. For pile 3 also we had 3 cards. For you also we have 3 cards. Okay. First of all, because of your ego, you are trying to find a solution immediately. And it's not the time right now. You need to take a step back and calm down yourself and try to find the answers later. This is not the right time. And then you also have this card, a year from now. A year from now, things will change for you. Till then, you need to keep learning the lessons, and people might be attacking on you, or people are behaving in a different way, or they are judging you, and your ego is getting hurt, or they are putting their ego on you and they are making you victims. Whatever it is, you have to stay calm and composed, because now is the time for you to learn your lessons. It's not the time for you to react, or this is not the time for you to go and fight with them. And you are kind of getting more aggressive right now. What the cards are telling, that you don't have the complete information. They might be behaving in a way because of a certain reason, and you don't know the reason, and that's why you're feeling that people are trying to sabotage you or trying to harm you, and they are making you victim of their own ego. Whatever it is, you don't know, you don't have complete information. So calm down. This is not the time for you to act or react. The time is after 1 year. And you saw me shuffling the cards, and it was so much in this space that now it's not the right time. And then they gave you the time also, that it's from a year from now. So it's quite funny. I don't know if I should be laughing at it or should I be empathizing with you, but then at least it's a complete answer. And wow, let's see what the tarot have to say. And the tarot cards are also like enjoying it, and they're like laughing. See how funny they are. Thrice it happened that I felt that I'm about to drop the cards, but like, and then they were perfectly back in my hands in a very normal way. They are also laughing, I suppose. But uh, I'm sorry. I should not be laughing. Cards can do whatever they want because they are the higher energy here. So I'm going to read this card. There's one more card that wants to come out. That's what they are telling me. More cards. More cards. Okay. First of all, these two cards are seeking my attention a lot: power and authority. There's definitely a time from now, a year from now, you will have a lot of power, you will have authority, and you will be in a situation where you can, whoever is creating problem in your life right now, you can make, actually it's almost giving me an example, like they'll behave like a pet. They will run after you like a pet dog. You would like to feed them, you will like to play with them, and they would be almost like worshipping you, and you will have authority to do whatever you want with them. Things will change. They would have no other choice but to come and worship you, like, or lick your feet or something like that. It's almost like they are converting into a pet a year from now. It's so, just chew your ego, digest it, and stay where you are and be very calm and composed. There's a lot of temptation for you to burst out, and people are showing you like the key to your problems is, or the solution for all the problems in your life is to uh, be the victim here and play the victim card. That's the temptation, and that's the suggestion and guidance coming from others. But no, if you have to be victorious in future and develop a good relationship with this person, that you have to have that magnanimous attitude, like you need to think of future. And the feeling that I got about this person behaving like a pet, or this person behaving in a way that they worship you, but what I see here is that after a year you will be very satisfied, and you will forgive this person, you will get into a good emotional bonding with this person, and you will be victorious, and there would be turnaround, and you will be the one who has forgiven others and who have turned around, who has turned from rags to rich. That you would be a success story. Just calm down right now, don't worry about anything. So that's the reading for you, pile 4. This was a very funny one, but when the tarot cards spoke, they spoke the right thing, and I feel very happy for you guys. I know this part, a lot of you would have switched it off. Maybe if you have come back or you have sticked around, I'm sure you would appreciate this message. Uh, I think I'll stop it here. Thank you so much. Bye bye. Namaste. See you soon.